G'day everyone, what's going on? Today we're going to start on a refit of the back of the Colorado. So this is what we are dealing with. This is an old false floor, which I've made another video on how I did that. This drawer has a fridge slide and the fridge used to sit on top up there. So we've got a new drawer to replace that. I'm going to put a fridge and I'm going to redo this floor a little bit. It's going to be the same design, but it's getting a bit tight. There's play underneath there. I don't know. This is flexi, but first of all, let's go check out the gear that I've gone and bought. All King's gear. The old drawer fridge, 60 litre, so that's 20 litres more than I currently have. And this is the new model, not the old model. 5-year warranty, 400 bucks. This is a compartment that goes over the top of the fridge. I don't know if I'll use it because it adds, what, 12 kilos? This is a 700mm drawer, and this is a 900 slim drawer. First things first, let's unbox all this, have a good look at it, and then we can get to ripping out the back and start again. Yep. So apparently the difference between this one and the old one, this one has those two latches. The old one had one single one in the center, and this control panel was over here. And in here, this plastic thing only came to that low point. So those points are what you mount the top from this enclosure into. Then down there is what you've used little L brackets to mount to your floor. Rated current 12 volt, 5.6 amps. Rated power 55 watt. I'm going to stick that on top of that and see if it measures up to the height of this. So it's slightly lower, but in that enclosure thing there is a top. These little spaces go in there. Still needs to be higher. So if you use the actual proper housing, that's perfectly level. First thing I'm gonna do, pull this bad boy out. Fuck that shit, listen, ayy, look, cash flowing, pockets growing, wake up, bless every morning, just in case. It's a long time since that's been out. So I don't really even remember how I did this, but it looks like I just need to undo the screws around the perimeter. Yeah, that's what's going on. Fuck, I can't believe it. There's no washers. Yeah, for a homemade jobby, it actually has worked so well over the years. It's been perfect. That goes direct into the seat bolt hole, and then over there and there. So what's happening is that's worn its way through, kinda. Look at that. Good. These back ones are still tight as. There's a bit of movement there in between this and this. I need obviously better screws. I don't know why the hell I use those screws. They look like shit. Jeez, that's tight. Every morning, just in case y'all didn't notice, I'm fucking shit up in this bitch and everybody knows it. Cash flowing, pockets growing, wake up, bless every morning, just in case y'all didn't notice, I'm fucking shit up in this bitch and everybody knows it. Done for now. Got to fix up that floor. That's the next thing. Having a look at these. These are the tiniest little screws. I don't know what I was thinking. That's so much stronger. We're back a couple of weeks later. Look at this floor, the actual frame. It's all reusable, except we'll obviously replace these with steel so there's no flex. I'm going to put crush tubes in there, drill that out, put crush tubes in. That'll be crush tube. I've got the big drill bit over here. Box steel to replace these. Once that's all prepped, I can put that back into the car. We've got to figure out where all these sit because there'll be bolts through the bottom of these going through the floor. These come with all the fixings. I'm going to put the battery behind there. So I bought the battery tray and that will mount up to these holes. Like these holes here match those holes there. It'll make it nice and neat. Then I've got all that space behind the seats where that battery currently sits to do something with. Maybe water and definitely some car parts. All right, let's get into cutting. That 90mm, I'm gonna cut 88mm lengths. Now, I don't know if that's gonna be the right length or what, but we'll give it a crack. Like a glove. Done 2 bloody bits of the job and it's beer o'clock already. pretty close. So that's, I don't know, I feel like they just need a little bit more, because that's like so close to flush. Yeah, I don't want it flush, then it won't tighten down the timber. Filed a couple down. Tighten the shit out of that and it should be good. These things are a bit gnarly. It's the only 16mm drill bit I could find. Fuck. Next is doing the cross beam thingies. Alright, so this one is off the front. So I'll just use that for the template. One to replace that one, and one to replace that one. Coming along. So I've cut all our lengths, drilled some holes. We're drilling holes at the moment. Main holes, hone them out a little bit, like countersink. Metal screws will go through the timber into these holes and hold the timber to the struts. The rest needs to be done in the car, I think. I think I'm calling it for today. Done the crush tubes, done the steel cross members. Took all day. Half a day. We are back on another day. This is probably the third day. So this is all test fitted. Floor is just sitting in there. There's a couple of bolts in. So now we can get all the mounting points, well, some of the mounting points. The battery situation is good. That's gonna go there. Probably flip it around and run all that cable nice and neat over to this point, just here. We've marked where that needs to be cut off. There's going to be heaps of space underneath here for parts, which I'm stoked about. The drawers, you just have to pull them all apart, pull the tops off, pull the drawers out, and then you can mark where they mount up to the floor. So the fridge has threaded bolt holes on the side of the body of it, and they use these crappy little L brackets. So that little hole there is all that would hold the fridge to my false floor, and it being just 10mm ply, I feel like that's not very solid, and over time the bolt going through the floor will probably wear out the hole in the timber. So that side you can use the L bracket, but I might do something better. This side you can't use the L bracket. One of the holes is just there, so we're going to make up a piece that goes from the bolt hole down the side into the timber. At the back the hole's in there, so there's no way I can get to that, but there's also one at the top. So what I'm going to do is use one of the King's tie down strap mounting points, put it there and do a strap down to there. This is going to be the straight piece, so I'm going to cut along there and then down there. Dad's here helping. That's the plan. It's all moved to the left. Chairs can fit down here, and I can probably fit a narrow water jerry in there as well. So I just don't know, I don't like them.
Yeah, that would be better. A long one, and put about 4 in at least.
I think I'm going to use this angle to replace those and run it all the way along the side of the fridge, so it mounts into the fridge in 2 spots, and then do about 5 or 6 screws into the floor. How heavy is that? Is that right? So what I'm trying to do is get this floor fully lined up on the frame underneath, put this in position and mark where the bracket on the far side needs to go, that front corner. I don't know how far forward and back it needs to be.
No.
And that's
determined by this.
Yeah.
Where the sleeping.
Alright, time to cut this. She hot? So I got to drill a hole at the top to go into the fridge, and then I might do 3 down into this timber, and that'll just be screws. Now that that bracket's made, we've put it in position. That goes into the thing, into the fridge. We've marked 3 holes for big screws. Everything else gets positioned off that bracket, basically. That's all of our positioning. I think we're good. Start screwing shit down. No, we need to fix the bottom floor. One of the bolts isn't aligned properly. That's very annoying. I want to paint that bracket too. Paint everything that's visible. I'm just going to quickly measure this thing. Alright, hold that still. Bang on 20mm up the centre.
You alright?
Yeah.
Yeah, 406.
Maybe we
Should be on your bench. 406. We'll check it before we drill them.
Square.
Square.
So much fucking around.
It'd be 20 mil up, wouldn't it? Shit. That one's not bad, but that one's got to be shoved down a bit.
That's flush-ish there. Is that overhang there?
No, it's good. A little bit back. Just got to be grinded down a bit. So we just need screws here.
Everything is out. We're going to hone this out. We've honed it out a little bit because we could not get the 4 bolt holes to align to the factory seat mounts. We did a quick Bunnings run. Got some paint. We bought some of them because I don't have any. Bought these. They're going to go on the top. 4 on the fridge and then 4 on the drawer. Got some Loctite. Got black straps. Washers. Previously this only had 2 washers. I'm going to pack it up 1 extra washer higher. Get a little bit more clearance under the floor. The countersink thing. Drill bits that had snapped on me. Time to get working. Painting both ends of the whole floor because I'm going to leave that bare timber underneath everything except for one strip that's exposed. I'll put carpet on. That's the angle to mount the fridge, and then that's the other front corner bit for the fridge. Handle action. What tools do we need? Secure it to the drawer face with the outer 2 bolts, washer and spring washer. Love it that they don't tell you which ones. The notched side of the handle facing down. Yeah, because that'll press into that. And then you press it in, it goes boop, pushes that up. Yeah, it'd be like that.
Okay.
So it's a piece of cake.
Should be 6, not 4.
4 must be for that latch.
These 2.
It's not that. It must be one of these. None of them. Oh, there. Tiny
There's
little
6,
buggers.
isn't it?
Yeah. Well, there's only 4 holes.
2 outer ones. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I get it now.
This goes through there. Boop, boop. That works.
Doesn't even rattle. Got to go that way.
Jeez.
Beautiful. Beautiful, mate.
Look at that countersink. That works real well.
Could have gone
sick.
a bit deeper, but that's all right. You won't catch your fingers on that. All right, we're going to try it in
Catch
there.
your fingers on those bloody things,
Yeah,
but
well, they come off real easy.
that's the mounting point for the front little corner of the fridge. Now we can try and put it in. See if we can get those bolts in because they're not aligned. These 4 factory holes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Once we had 3 in, we couldn't get the 4th in. 3 different types of light. We want the one on the tip. Where's the one on the tip?
Well, you only got 4 walls.
There, that one. Looks like it's miles off.
Right.
It's freaking half a centimetre.
And, put a pencil mark about 2 or 3 mil over from the hole, and we've got to file it to that. It's going to look like I'm butchering it, but that's how you got to do it. Yeah, give it a go. That hopefully's got a fair bit of play. It has at the bottom. Just don't move it because that's going in now. Have a look. Started. Yeah. Ripper.
That's starting to crush, I reckon.
Yeah, it's squashing the bit of the washer in.
That frame's not coming out for a very long time. First little bit done. Next, screw the floor on. One of the important steps.
You have it backwards.
Yeah, next is the fridge. Woo! Happy with that. Strong as fuck. Oh yeah, we've got to cut the top off. You reckon you're the best man for the job, do you?
No, well, maybe not.
You reckon just hook straight into it?
I reckon test it.
Do it, there you go.
Not going to do anything.
Kind of ripped it a little bit.
If it's bad, you can put a little angle along there. You might have to tidy it up with something. You're going to have to paint it, aren't you?
Yeah, just have a crack. Oh, look at that. Fucking shit quality wood.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Something like that. would finish that off beautifully.
Fridge mounting and the top. We're gonna marry that clamp up to this, which is what holds the top down, and then do an extra hole probably at the back. Luckily in my kit I've got those 4 long bolts that'll go into these, and then I've got 4 short ones that'll go through the top and hold these down.
Savage in me back and I'm back in it happening, ready to blow. I remember doing deeds with Deji from the street, they left me on my own.
Alright, top's on. Look at me tie downs. That'll be good. Strap down something. Don't know what. That will go on there.
Come on. Your fingers under.
I'm under. I'm ready. I'm waiting for you. Watch the trip hazards. We've got to make sure this lines up. Ooh, looks alright. If this bracket doesn't line up. Yeah, I think that's going in. Alright, that's tight. Go, it's not even touching.
Just check off here. 75, 80.
Yeah, it needs to come. Fraction. Very gently. 78, 7.
77, 76.
No,
I won't worry about a mil. That's where she's got to go.
let's drill holes in that black strip then. That's way better than those shitty L brackets.
Catch that for the gram, snap that for the man. These dudes do the most, no money in the hand. I ain't never had to feel away.
Just all this tedious shit, measuring and all of that. There's the back. Oh, there's a bit of exposed timber there. So we just pulled the fridge out one last time to drill all of these holes. So metal screw, bolt, metal screw, bolt.
Ah. That's going to be way better than those pissy brackets those are for.
Yeah. Look at that, pretty happy. Full test fit. Because we did that in the gap with the bolt heads and the screw heads and all that, if you put these hard up, this side sits high. So we're leaving a gap, but the top sort of, it's all right. I think you're meant to leave some breathing room around this fridge anyway. And the main thing is these chairs still fit down the side. And then the other reason it's going to the left-hand side is because that is the jack. So that's come off. It's just 8 Allen keys. And we need to find the holes that marry up with that other drawer. We got these things. And they go in there. Hammer that in. So now we need to put the bottom carcass into the floor.
Yeah, into that.
Those slats are adjustable, which is cool. And that one can
go
move
right
all along here.
What was the overhang?
64, 63. Washer and a screw into those, into steel. Bolt. Getting knackered. It's 4:45 in the arvo. We're moving these slats into position. Gonna Loctite all these because if they come undone it'll be shit. Now put it back in and we drill holes, screw it in, bolt it in, and then we move on to the next drawer. Cheers.
Got enough length for a washer loop.
Yeah, good. So we're going overkill with this. Metal screws. We're going to do bolts at the back because there's a lot of forward weight, and then those screws at the back are into alloy.
Where they going in there?
That's not going nowhere.
You're having a beer,
Jess is
yeah.
just hanging out in the back room.
Done a great bit of supervising.
We're getting close. All right, back to it. Now we've got mount top drawer to the top, which is all prefabbed. All the holes are done and everything. It's been all day. What is it? Nearly 6 o'clock.
No, we didn't start till what? 9?
We did go to Bunnings as well. All right, next bit.
That'll be right. That'll be good. Looks pretty good.
Yeah, I'll do.
Oh,
Battery trays next. How's the battery stay in the tray?
no, wasn't there a strap or something with it?
Yeah. To hold the battery in, you get these crappy straps. Yeah, that end, and then they've just got this extra stitching here. And just put a washer on it.
So we'll see how that goes anyway.
Put that in, 4 bolts that go into factory threads that are from the King's setup, and then we'll do these tie down points, and then we're done.
When we get up every day, we tend to make our way. If we got something to say, we call.
Alright, tie downs are on. Using all the fixings. That's one thing you got to give Kings. They give you so many bolts and washers and nuts and nylocks and different bits that are pre-threaded and pre-drilled. Like, it's good. But for $700, which is what this all cost me, this is it. This is the last bit of mounting. Loctite again. Been doing Loctite on so many bits. Can't believe it. 7:15. It's party time. Cheers. All right, let's put drawers in. Oh, what's going on out here? What, does it wobble all much? Wobble it.
Not much.
Not really. Look at all the stuff left over. Like, there's so much. Yeah. They give you no shortage.
What happened there?
Oh,
Who did that? You.
got a chip.
Spray pack on a bit of block of wood or something and just use it with a paintbrush. Supervisor approval.
It's not flush.
Yeah,
No, that's always,
No.
that is. Well, it's
She
almost.
spotted it straight away. That's right, Jess. That's what I said. They're not flush.
It's this bit that matters. Still got to mount this back bit. That part of the fridge needs to come down to there. Still got to mount this bit on the end here. All this 12 volt needs to be redone. Need to carpet that bit there. Tomorrow's 12 volt.